All right. We're back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. As usual, I'm your host, Mark Pierce. How are you doing today? It is Thursday, September 10th. What do we got going on today? Hope you enjoyed Amy Mann yesterday. Hope you all gave her a listen. She's awesome. All right, today I'm excited about this album, one of my favorite albums of all time. If you don't know this album, you need to check this out. We're coming up here on an anniversary, 1985. You got the anniversary of this solo album from Roger Daltry. This record is amazing. If you don't know Under a Raging Moon, you need to check this out. I think this is one of the best albums. It's got to be on the list of the best albums ever. I mean, track for track, there's not a weak one on here. This album is epic. Now just remember, let's go back and see what was going on here. The Who break up in 1982. Roger Daltry tries doing some different things. He does some acting. He tries a solo album to be totally different from The Who. It does terribly. He had tried some other solo albums while The Who were kind of still together, and it was always something different than The Who, and those were all terrible. So he had a tough time. He had a tough 3-year span where he was just not really doing much at all. This is his 6th solo record, so let's think about that for a minute, okay? So he's thinking he's not doing solo anymore. Then, who saves his solo career? None other than Meatloaf. What? Meatloaf, yep. Meatloaf again. In 1984, Roger Daltrey adds a vocal for Meatloaf's Bad Attitude record, and the producer says to him, "Hey, Roger, why don't you do a whole record just like you sing for The Who, but just do it as a solo?" And Roger was like, "Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that. I do like singing rock and roll." And that song from Meatloaf made him think that. So he said, "Why don't I just make my own record, but I can sing like I do in The Who?" So he goes and he does just that. Puts together a bunch of songs, and he's one song short. He's sitting in a restaurant talking about how he still needs one more song, and who walks in the restaurant but Pete Townshend. And he comes up to him and says, "Hey, just the bloke I want to see. I got a song for you. I wrote it. I got a song for you." And he gives it to him. And that song was After the Fire. Okay? So Pete Townshend wrote that song, and Daltrey says to himself, "Oh, I got to jump on this," because Daltrey had gotten a song from Pete Townshend, and that was Rough Boys, but he didn't do anything with it, and Pete Townshend recorded it before he could do anything, and he learned his lesson there, so he pretty much cut it within 2 days, and that was phenomenal. That was the hit off the record. Tons of guests on this record. Bryan Adams plays a little bit on there. He wrote 2 of the songs. 2 guys from Big Country are on here. Russ Ballard is on here. We're going to talk about him coming up soon. John Parr, remember John Parr, St. Elmo's Fire? He wrote Under a Raging Moon, which we'll talk about in a second. And didn't he sing that song, Naughty Naughty? Remember that one? Anyway, so the title, Under a Raging Moon, is a reference to Keith Moon, obviously the Who's drummer. And the idea of the song is, what was it like to experience a Who concert? That was the theme of that song. And then they came up with the idea, why don't we have a bunch of drummers drum on this song and close out the record with that? So they did that. They got 7 drummers to drum during this song. They got Martin Chambers of the Pretenders first. Second, Roger Taylor from Queen. Third, Cozy Powell from Jeff Beck Group, Rainbow, Plant, Sabbath, Whitesnake. Next was Stuart Copeland of The Police. Fourth. Fifth, Zach Starkey, who's the son of none other than Ringo Starr, only like the second time he ever drummed on anything. You got Carl Palmer from Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and lots of other stuff. Very well respected drummer. Mark Brzezicki from Big Country and The Cult. And then that was it, 7, right? Just John Entwistle wanted to play this song from The Who during 1985's Live Aid performance. And The Who said, well, it wasn't The Who, it was really Pete Townshend said, "No, I don't want to do it." And they did Won't Get Fooled Again instead. And then John Entwistle put it on his solo record, so he would play that song live as well. And so that's the story of Under a Raging Moon. The songs on this record, to me, this is like a greatest hits. I mean, this whole album, I just love it. I just played it today. I mean, yesterday. I just played this thing yesterday multiple times, and I just love it. So you got to check it out. After the Fire, Don't Talk to Strangers, great song. Breaking Down Paradise. I mean, I love all these songs. The Pride You Hide, great ballad. Move Better in the Night. I mean, I think that was maybe even used in commercials. I'm not sure, but Move Better in the Night, great song. Let Me Down Easy, Fallen Angel, It Don't Satisfy Me, Rebel, and Under a Raging Moon. These are all awesome songs. I could pick any one of those for Song of the Day. And if you don't know this record and you're a fan of The Who or Roger Daltry, you need to play this whole thing a few times and give it a listen and tell me what you think, because this is a great record. As far as Song of the Day is concerned, I absolutely just have to go with After the Fire. I've loved that song since the day I heard it. Love it to this day. Never get tired of it. It's an awesome song. If you don't remember this song, play it. If you've never heard it, play it. Tell me what you think. If you've forgotten about it, play it. Tell me what you think. If you can play it all the time, play it again. Tell me what you think. But After the Fire is just an awesome, awesome song. And this is an awesome record. Love it. That's your Thursday. That's your mission. Choose to accept it. You'll have a better day because of it. Play it somewhere. Have a great day. Looking forward to tomorrow, which is Octane Friday. You know that. Have a great day. 6 minutes, not too bad for today. Again, After the Fire, Roger Daltry. I'll catch you on the flip side.